So, we had a bit of a palaver this week, which I shall explain. I'm actually quite happy with the way things have happened. So I've been talking recently about obviously switching my tyres so that I have a fresh set for summer, because I'd done about 10,000 miles on them. The rear was starting to look a little bit worn. That needed to be changed definitely. The front is still fine. And I was planning on, changing them up. Come on guys, I am starting to bake in my leathers again. And then my hand was kind of forced, because one night when I was out with some friends, we were all switching bikes, having a go on each other's bikes. Yes, Louis, it's my brother, I will blame you for this. My brother was riding my bike just around a car park, and as he's riding around, we hear a clunk sound all of a sudden, and it was rhythmic, clunk, 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 and then it got faster when he sped up. So we came back over. Why would you park on a roundabout? I know it's not a big roundabout, but still. Also, I should say I'm recording with my Cardo today because the mic that I normally attach to my camera has packed in and I need to figure out why. So, I may sound a little bit different, but it also shows that you can record with the Cardo. It's the exact same way of recording the intercom as if I'm with multiple people, except from I'm on my lonesome today. So anyway, we hear this clink, clink, clink sound from what sounds like the rear wheel. I have a look, and the mudguard that is on it looks all freed, and I'm like, how on earth has that happened? So I take it for a spin, and by a spin I mean 10 feet, and it starts up again and then gets less frequent, and then my brother spots that there's a nail in my tyre, and it was quite a sizable one. Obviously the clinking was it clashing with the rear mudguard, and then obviously that sort of bashed it back in along with it going on the ground, bashed it in, and well and truly dug itself into the rear tyre. Now I'm kind of happy it happened the way it did, because A, I wasn't alone, and B, it happened to a tyre that I was already going to replace, and before I'd replaced it, because I've been paranoid that I was going to replace my tyres and then get a nail in my tyre. This is the first time I've had a puncture or a nail in the tyre, so unless I get another nail now, I've been quite fortunate. So it was very funny the way things tied up, because my brother's Bandit currently, don't ask, currently requires, wait no, I want to go right, currently requires a pair of pliers to change it to reserve, because the tap thing has broken. There's no handle for the tap, so you have to turn it with a pair of pliers. So he carries those around in his saddlebags, which were very handy to take the nail out. I'd also just found a bunch of random napkins in my pocket, which also came in handy. I'll explain why they were handy in a minute, but we were fortunate that we found this nail at about 10 to 8 in the evening, and we were 5 minutes away from a Halfords that closed at 8. So Noah, who was on in fact I think it will be the previous video on this channel, rushed to Halfords. Thankfully, get on your side of the road please, thank you. We got the tyre repair kit, we repaired it, and by we I mean I just watched and laughed, and then we used the napkins to clean it up because there was glue on the outside. So I was able to ride around with a plugged tyre for a little bit, but obviously I wanted to get it changed anyway, so I just sort of speed dialed that, ordered the exact same tyre I was running, so it's a Pilot Street again. I had no time to mess around with trying to find a different one. It's kind of limited for the width, and I was thinking about increasing the width to 140, but to do that I'd want to change the front as well, and I just wanted something quick and cheapest when the front doesn't need replacing, so I'm not going to bother right now. So I ordered this exact same rear tyre on Demon Tweaks, and then like 2 days later it turned up, and maybe a day or so after that I got it fixed. I've got some clips of the tyre actually getting changed, so I'll play those now. Just want to say thank you to James again for changing this tyre. Again, fitting me into a very, very busy schedule. I'll pop his details on the screen if you would like to get in contact with him. I know some of you already have.
So you do know you've got to scrub this in now? Mm-hmm. I mean, that'll be done in a week for you, knowing you. How many miles are you knocking up a week, roughly?
I'd say like maybe 300. 2 to 300. I spent 35 quid on fuel last week.
I wish I could do that sort of mileage. One of the days to do it by hand.
And now you've got machines to do it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
There you go. There's your
Oh yeah.
there's your hole in your repair in the tyre.
You can also see the original colour of the alloys as well.
Black.
Yeah.
Is that the original colour of them?
Yeah. That's what they were when I got it.
Yeah. Right, there we go. One new tyre. Gosh, look at that.
Wow.
Shiny, shiny. Don't ruin this one.
That's what I'm paranoid of. I thought as soon as I get a new set of tyres, I'm going to get a nail in them.
Welcome back to me. It's been like 10 seconds to you. It might have been several minutes. I don't know how much I got. I've ridden around with new tyres before, and when I was doing that, I rode around with both new tyres. I changed them both at the same time. Whereas this time, I'm only running a new rear, and quite frankly, it feels perfect already. I've done 100 miles since I got it changed, which was yesterday. That's at 140 yesterday when I got it changed, and then I went out to sort of start bedding it in last night, and here I am again. I've been riding for about an hour and a half so far. Had a quick pit stop, and now I'm back out. So it's almost there. It's nice because the rear tyre was starting to get squared off, so I feel like I can tip the bike a little bit more. It's so much more responsive. Obviously, it felt a little bit, whether it's like subconscious or not. It's a 30. Don't tell me 20 is plenty when we're in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. It just felt like maybe I was riding in the rain for a few turns. But nowhere near as sketchy as riding around with a new front tyre as well as rear, which was a bit of a challenge, especially when I was much newer to motorcycling. That could also be it, because obviously I've basically done another year of riding since changing these tyres, so maybe I'm just a little bit more confident. Well, no, I am, but I feel like I'm more in tune with the bike as well, so I know when I can push it. Are you going to wait for me? You are lovely. I know it's my right way, but you can never assume. Hello. That was a very deliberate nod. He was like, hello. So I thought I'd take myself on some country roads so that I could sort of start to go around corners. Start to learn this tyre again, but yeah, really, I don't feel like I need to do a lot. I feel like it's pretty much there anyway. I'm just not pushing anything, and I've been absolutely fine. I've had no slips, no nothing. Whereas I remember when I first changed the tyres previously, I went round one junction and almost left-sided. because I forgot, like, no, I didn't forget, I was well aware I was on new tyres, but I didn't know how to treat them because I was A, new to motorcycling, and B, new to new tyres. I'd never ridden on new tyres before. So that was a bit of a jump scare moment, but yeah, that corner felt, I mean, it felt a little bit slippy right at the end there, but it's nothing crazy. By the end of the weekend, I would have done, I mean, maybe by the end of today, I would have done enough mileage to have scrubbed in the tyres, so we're all good. So there we go, that was a bit of drama for that week. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video, where hopefully this tyre feels, well, even better than it does now. Ta-ra!